Hi everyone. As part of this session, I will cover encapsulation in object-oriented programming. Okay. So encapsulation is hiding the data and controlling the access. Okay. So just for security purpose, if you want to hide, if you don't want to expose certain data, then you can utilize encapsulation feature in object-oriented programming. So how to achieve encapsulation? Let me explain with practical example. So if you see this example, I have created one bank account class and it have amount variable. Okay. So I initialized amount variable with 1000. Okay. And I created one more class called balance, and balance is inheriting from account class. So account balance have access to amount. Okay, because balance is inheriting from bank account class. So and balance class have one method called balance print, where I am printing amount, whatever amount of bank account, because I have access to amount, because balance is inheriting from bank account class, and bank account class have amount. So inheritance I explained in last session. So uh, same concept. I am inheriting uh, bank account inside balance, and so I have access to amount field, which I am printing here in line number 8. Okay. So at line number 11 and 12, at line number 11 I'm creating object of balance, and at line number 12 I'm calling method of balance, that is balance print, and this balance print method is printing the amount, which is 1000, which I initialized. Okay. So let me execute this and see whether I will get output. Yes, I got output as 1000. Okay. So now if amount field I don't want amount field to be accessed by inherited class like balance, because this is some critical data which I want to hide. Okay, amount. So if you provide two underscore, if you prefix a variable name with two underscore, then this uh, variable is considered as private variable. Okay. So private variable, even though if you are inheriting bank account, private variable cannot be accessed inside inherited class. Okay. So amount field is not accessible now, because I prefixed amount variable with two underscore, means amount variable will behave like private variable and it can't be accessed. Okay, outside of class. This is private variable. Okay. So let me, here also I have to provide two underscore, and let me rerun now. So previously without underscore it gave a result, right? No error. So let me rerun. I provided two underscores, so it can't be accessed in balance class. So if balance class don't have amount, I'm printing it, so it should give error. So let me rerun and see. I got error because balance object has no attribute called amount. So amount is not accessible in balance now. Even though I inherited, it is not accessible because I marked amount variable as private. So in case of private, even though if you are inheriting, you can't access. Okay. So this is how you can achieve hiding the data, a confidential data. If you want to hide, this is how you can achieve. You, not only variable, even methods also. If you are creating method with two underscore and method name, that method is also considered as private method, and you can't access those methods in inherited classes only. And if you are not writing to underscore, right, this one is considered as public variable you can access within inherited classes. So previously I executed without double underscore, right? At that time, amount was variable was acted like public variable, which were accessible in balance class as well. But if you prefix with a variable with two underscore, means it will behave like private variable and you can't access within inherited class like balance class. Okay, so if you still you can access amount variable in inherited class. How can I do achieve that? Using, you can create one function called any function with public function you have to call. Okay, you have to create get balance or something, and here you can read this. In this get balance is public method. Okay, if I provide to underscore here, then this one acts as private variable, and you can't access get variable in balance. So I don't want private function, I want public function. And here, using public function, you can access amount field right here. Because this amount field is within bank account class. I'm creating get balance within bank account, so within bank account class I have access to amount. Not, I don't have access outside of class. Okay, so within class I have access. So I have written get balance method within bank account class. So this is a public method. This public method I can use inside inherited class. Like balance is inherited class, right? Here I have access to get balance. So instead of directly printing, I will just call the method get balance, and you have to self, and you have to return self dot. And here, right, you are just calling get balance method of bank account class. So let me see whether in this case it will throw any error or it will work. I got output now. Means in this case I did not get any error because get balance still have access to bank accounts get balance. So this way you can bind your private variable with public methods. So this is how you can restrict the hide the data, and you can bind your private variable with public methods of a class. Okay, so as name indicate, right, encapsulation means you are binding your private variables with public class. So without get balance, I can't access amount. Okay, I hope you are clear with private variables, how to declare private variables, and how to restrict data in inherited classes. That's it from today's session. Thank you all.